Hello and welcome back to another tutorial. In this video I'll be sharing how to make this gorgeous one shoulder dress, and if this is something you're interested in, keep on watching till the very end. All right, so this video is sewing tutorial for the pattern that we drafted in the last one. I went ahead to cut out the wadding pieces which are on the wrong side of the main fabric, and you can see that I have matching lining pieces as well. So this is the center front, and these other two pieces here are the side front pieces. So what I'm going to do is to iron the wadding on the wrong side of the front or the main fabric. Iron the wadding on the wrong side of the main fabric. Then I would go ahead and join the darts of the main fabric separately before joining the darts of the lining fabric. All right, so I'm just going to go do that on both sides. Just join the dart, and I would say that when joining your dart, I would advise that you start from the bottom, which is your waistline, and work your way towards the top, as opposed to sewing from the armhole and working your way down. So if you're going to join your dart, when you place your fabrics right side facing like this, you basically ensure that they are on the same length. Yes, you're on the same length along the waistline. Then you sew and work your way around till you reach the armhole area. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to do the main fabric separately, like I said, and I'll be doing the lining fabric separately as well. For the lower piece, I have a lining quarters as well, and the lining is 2 inches shorter than the main fabric, as you can see, and this is because I'm using the lining to turn over the hem of the lower part. So what you want to do is to open up your skirt part. You want to open up the lower part of your skirt. Let me do that just so you can see. So I did this video for a couple of days. I did this video for about a week, and that's why you see me wearing different things at different times, because I was working most of the time. All right, so you open up your lower fabric, or the skirt part of your fabric or your dress. Yes, you open it down. So this upper part here is the hip area, and the lower part at the other end is the hem. All right, so you want to place your lining accordingly. Ensure that you place it in a way that the hem is aligned and the hip line is aligned as well. You don't want to turn it upside down. So having done that, the next thing I would do is to sew the hem. So you just put it like this. I hope I'm explaining this thing properly though. So you can see that since it's shorter along the waistline now. I have to make sure that it's equal along the hem. Then I would sew. And when I sew the hem, I would pull it up to meet up with the waistline. You can see that as the lining is placed on the fabric right now, it's shorter along the waist area or the hip area, but it is equal along the hem. That is how you do it. So when you do it like this, you sew the hem first, a straight line across the hem, before pulling up the lining and pulling it up to meet up with the waistline area. By doing it like this, you would find out that you've already turned out the hem, and you want to do it on the right side. You want to place the lining right sides facing. At this point, I have stitched down the lining onto the hem of the main fabric on the right side. You can see now this side is stitched up. So what I would do, like I said, is to pull the lining. Just look at what I'm doing. Do you know that the lining and the fabric are placed right sides facing? So you want to pull it to meet up with the waistline. Then you would go ahead and stitch the sides. You would go ahead and stitch the sides. So when you do this, you can see that your hem is already turned over. So when you do this, stitch that side and stitch this other side. You can turn it right sides out. You can open it up before top stitching the waistline, and you find that all your seams are inside, all right, or all your seams are in the inner part of the fabric. And I've done everything for the back. As you can see what I'm talking about, you can see that the hem is turned over. You can see that the sides are, or the rough edges of the sides are inside the fabric as well. The only thing that is outside is the waistline area, right? So this is how it would look when you do it the way I basically just explained to you. So for the upper part, I went ahead to join the dart. You can see I joined the dart. I'm yet to iron though. There is no light at the moment, but I'll do that. So I joined the dart, and this is what we have for the main fabric. and I'm going to show you guys the lining, which I did the same thing for. So basically, when you do this, let me just place the camera down so I'm able to use both hands. So I haven't joined both darts together on the left and the right side, as well as that of the lining as well. You can see this is what it looks like. And when doing your lining, when joining your lining, I want to say that you have to be very careful just so you don't join the wrong side to the wrong side. If you do that, your slant or the slope of your shoulder will be on the wrong side, right? So you want to put this into consideration. What I'm doing basically is to place my lining onto my main fabric right sides facing. So if you want to join this, you basically start from joining the neck before joining the side. So if you place your lining on top your main fabric, you sew the neckline like this first, then go ahead and join the sides before turning it over. All right, so I will do that, iron it, and show you guys what it looks like. I went ahead and did everything for the back. All right, so I turned the back neckline, so you can see that I joined the center back with pins. So this is where my zip would be much later. So this is what the back is looking like. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the front, which is basically to turn the neckline as well as the sides using my lining. You can see how neat it looks. This is really looking neat. And I did not turn over the armhole because we'll be attaching a sleeve to this. All right, so once I have turned the necklines of the front as well as the back, I joined the waistline of the upper part and the lower part together for the back and attached a zip as well, as you can see. So I did this off camera just to save time because I don't want to spend more days on this tutorial. So this is what the back is looking like. You can see the zip is already installed, and this is what it looks like. Then for the front, I did the same thing as well. I joined the waistline of the skirts to the waistline of the upper part, as you can see, and I turned the neckline and the sides the way I told you I would, right? So this is what it looks like. So we have the front piece ready and the back piece ready. The only thing I would say is different is that I took that on the front, even though I did not plan for that. I took that on the front, and I did not take darts on the back. So I'm not very particular about taking darts for my clothes. I really don't take darts for the lower part of my dresses, but I had to for this one, just so the front doesn't look so baggy around my belly, lower belly area. So what I'm going to do next is to join the shoulders together. So you place both front and back right sides facing, then you put it like this, then use the lining of the front to wrap over the back shoulder. Just what I'm doing. So you put the lining, use the lining of the front to wrap the back shoulder. So you put the back shoulder in between the main fabric of the front and the lining of the front, then you would stitch it down. So by doing it like this, your shoulder is sewn in, meaning the seams are inside the rough edges of the material, or the rough edges of the seam are inside the material. Once I have joined the shoulder, the next thing would be to join the sides as well. Okay, so I'm going to go do that and show you guys what it looks like. And for my sleeves, I folded the hem of the sleeves as well. I just took out time to sew the hem of the sleeves off camera, and this is what it's like. It's just a basic fold. So I'll fold this into two. You can see that these sleeves are really big but I doubt it would be this big when I put an elastic band. So you can see that I folded the hem of the sleeves all the way through. What I'll be doing next is to insert my elastic band. I'm using a thin elastic band. This is the 1/2 inch, I believe. This is the 1/2 inch elastic band. So I'm just going to pass it through the fold of the hem of the sleeve. So I'm just going to do that really quickly and just see what I'm doing basically. So if you've watched up to this very moment and you've not subscribed, please subscribe, please like and leave a comment. It helps my channel grow and it helps me, continue with tutorials like this, because just it helps my channel grow basically. That is what I'm saying. All right, so please click on that subscribe button. I don't know why I'm stuttering, but click on that subscribe button and like as well. So it helps the algorithm know that people like this content, and it helps the YouTube as well to push out this content to more viewers. All right, so having passed the elastic through the hem of the sleeve, I would just drag it in a way that is not too loose and it's not too tight. Then I'll pin the elastic on both ends just so it doesn't, pull inside, or it doesn't fall off. So you just want to like pin it, and cut off the excess as well. After that, is just to open it up and fold it into two on the right side, just not like this, face it right side facing. Yes, like this. So you just want to face it like this, then you just stitch down the sides of the sleeve before attaching the sleeve to the armhole of your main fabric. So you stitch down like that before going ahead to attach. So you know that this fabric is really big, so I'll be doing lots of pleats around the shoulder or the armhole. So that is basically it for the sleeve of this dress. I really wish it's going to be very puffy. I want it to be very, very big, right? But not too big. All right, so after doing all that, this is what the final look is. It looks really nice, really snug. I almost had trouble breathing in this dress because it was so tight around the waist, but I like how tight and snatched the waist area is. So this is the final look. Let me know your thoughts about this. Give it a thumbs up if you like the video, or the pattern as well, the sewing or the pattern video. Just give me a thumbs up. It helps algorithm push my video to more audience, right? And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Join the family, leave a comment. And if you haven't seen the pattern drafting, please check out the last video before this one, or I'll have it in the description box. And I'll be seeing you all in another tutorial. Bye.